All right, welcome back, everyone. This is the third tutorial that I'm doing on the x32 compact for City Church Eastside. Today we're going to look at monitor sends and monitor mixes. So we have a lot more control over our monitors. We have more monitors available now and in the future than we had in the past. And there's more routing capabilities. So one of the benefits of this board is that it is connected to a Wi-Fi router, and so you can actually access this board through Wi-Fi. So whether that be through an iPhone or an iPad, there are apps for both of those, or a laptop computer, and you can actually access the monitor sends and different parameters of the board with those devices. So one of the benefits of that is that musicians will now be able to somewhat control their own monitor mixes, freeing up the sound person a little bit to focus on other things. So, but I'm still going to run through how to set up a basic monitor mix and the different ways that we use our buses here to set up monitor mixes. So we have the option to view our buses in the left fader bank or in the right fader bank. So I can see buses 1 through 8 and buses 9 through 16 in the left fader bank, or I can see them in the right fader bank. Now currently on the board I have it set up where buses 1 through 4 are 4 monitor sends. In the past we only had 2 monitor sends. We only had aux1 and aux2 as our monitor send capabilities. So what we have now is we have 4 monitor sends. Now there are several ways that I can set up a monitor mix. So in the past, on the analog desk on the Mackie 1604, you had aux1 and aux2, and you had a little dial for each one of those above each channel. And so you would go to your aux and you would turn it up if you wanted it up in monitor 1, or you'd turn it down if you wanted it down in monitor 2. You'd turn aux2 down. We can still do that with this board. So I can select Pastor Mic 1. I can click here on my mix bus sends to see view. And I can use these dials to set up my monitor send for bus 1 or bus 2 or bus 3 or bus 4. So I can do that here. But there are also several other ways I can do it. So remember the Sends on Fader button. I can select my channel and click Sends on Fader, and then now what I see is it says channel 1 into bus 1, channel 1 into bus 2, channel 1 into bus 3. And basically what I can do now is I can mix and say, okay, this microphone, who needs to hear it? Does monitor 1, monitor 2, monitor 3, monitor 4 need to hear it? And how much of it do they need to hear? And I can mix like that. Now I can go through each instrument and do that. So I can then go to the lead vocal or the rhythm acoustic, and I can see, okay, rhythm acoustic. Well, monitor 1 says they need rhythm acoustic. I think monitor 2 might need it, and 3 needs a lot of it, and 4 needs a little bit of it as well. So I can mix like that. But I can also go the other way around. Instead of mixing each instrument into each monitor, I can select the monitor. So now I'm on monitor 1, and I'm still in Sends on Fader. So now I can actually focus on a single monitor. So let's say this is the worship leader is using monitor 1, and so I ask them, what do you need in your monitor? They need some lead vocal. Okay, they need the rhythm acoustic, and they need a lot of it, and they need just a little bit of electric guitar, and they need a lot of bass, and then I go to channels 9 through 16. They don't really need the banjo, but they want keys, and we happen to have percussion that day, and so they want percussion, which is going through the other channel. So I can do that for monitor 1, and then I can move to the next monitor, and I can do all those things over again for the next monitor. I can mix how much, so whoever's using monitor 2, how much do they want of the lead vocal and stuff like that. So there's different options for mixing your monitors. You can use the mix bus sends and control it here like you would with an aux on an analog console. Or you can use the Sends on Fader button, and you can do that either by selecting an input channel and choosing which monitors it has to go to, or by selecting a monitor and choosing which inputs you want to go into that monitor. Okay, so that's how we can set up a basic monitor mix. And then once again, like I told you, that the musicians will actually eventually, as we train them, they'll be able to control these sends on their buses from their phones or iPads or things like that, so that if they need a little bit more guitar, they can just put a little bit more guitar in their monitor. So soon the musicians will have a bit more control over their monitor mixes themselves, and so that'll free up the sound person to be focused on things like effects and adjusting EQs and adjusting compressors and stuff like that. That it can just give us a bit better, a fuller sound from the whole mix. So, thank you.